going on, and our overnight news tracker has been keeping an eye on it all for you. Take a look at this storm damage. There were a lot of trees and power lines down. He couldn't even get around to some of the worst spots. This is in Macedonia. We also found not just little trees, but significantly large trees uprooted in the storms. And that is where we begin our team coverage. News 5's Meg Shaw is there. Meg, talk with us about what you're seeing.
Yeah, all morning long I've been showing you guys downed trees, uprooted trees, just kind of a disaster. Well, as I mentioned, many people are waking up in the dark, and here is probably why. A utility pole here at the intersection of Cherokee Run and Comanche Trail, as you can see, has just snapped in half last night, presumably from the strong winds that came through this area. So again, a lot of people here in this neighborhood, I can tell it is very dark this morning, and that is probably why. Also, a lot of people waking up in the dark this morning is Twinsburg. We also popped over there to look at the damage after the storm came through here in Macedonia. Also, several large trees were uprooted, and a lot of them falling into houses and front yards. The mayor there actually asking people to check on their elderly neighbors, turn off any large appliances, and of course to avoid and a lot of those community roads that crews are going to be working on this morning, as 8,000 people, I just checked at 6 a.m., 8,000 people in Twinsburg are still without power this morning. So Macedonia and Twinsburg getting hit really hard last night. So they say some of these customers may not be restored until Wednesday. So if you're one of those customers, hang on. Crews are out this morning. I have seen them getting around to these problem areas, but there's so many of them. So be patient as they're getting out and about this morning, trying to clean up after last night's mess. Live in Macedonia, Meg Shaw, News 5.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take some time, Meg. Thank you. We want to check in with Sarah Finney.
Yeah, she's in the western suburbs. So what's it looking like there, Sarah?
Hey, Katie and Terrence, we are near the Medina-Cuyahoga County line right now, headed towards 82. Quite a bit of rain coming down right now. Be careful. Watch out for puddling on the roads. It is dark, and it is hard to see. It's difficult for us to see right now the extent of the damage in this area, simply because it's still pitch black out at this point. But we have seen some trees down and branches on the ground. We've also spotted several power crews working to restore power in this area. In Brunswick at Pearl in Boston, take a look at this. A 50-foot pole snapped at its base, now leaning against ABC Equipment Rental and Sales. A pretty incredible sight there. That flag just whipping in the wind. We've also seen several road closures. Be careful. Give yourself a couple of minutes in case you encounter a detour on your way to work. Let's move to Lorain County now, because LaGrange is seeing some of the worst damage. Roofs were torn off several buildings. One of those roofs landing in nearby power lines. One store manager says he is so thankful that the business was closed and no one was inside, no one was hurt. He is very thankful that it happened on a Sunday night instead of a busy day. Several school closures to pass along, including Brunswick and Strongsville. We're going to keep on the move here and bring you any other damage reports here in Cuyahoga County. Back to you guys.
All right, we saw the down power lines there. Sarah, thank you so much. So we want to go over to News 5's Lauren Wilson.
Good morning, guys. Yes, that is what we are tracking here. We're looking at the power outages. We are seeing those power outages go down significantly this morning, but still roughly 40,000 homes and businesses have no power right now. And some customers might be in the dark until as late as Wednesday. But let's take a look here at our map here. Let's see, around midnight, nearly 20,000 people were in the dark, and they reported outages to First Energy. Let's see, let's look at this number here. At Cuyahoga County right now, there's still roughly 9,000 people still without power. That is significantly down, but it's still quite a bit. Cities of Broadview Heights and North Royalton are dealing with most of the damages there and outages. Schools in those cities will remain closed because of those outages today. You can also see Summit County, if I can find it here, Summit County, got to scroll all the way down, is actually one of the highest, 15,000 still without power. So if you know someone living in Summit County, you might want to try and text them, reach out to them. They could be out for a while, but crews are trying to chip away and get the outages fixed. So just be patient. You can find a full list of closures, school closures on our News 5 app, and we've also posted pictures of the damages across Northeast Ohio.
All right, Lauren, thanks for keeping us updated.